Welcome to the first episode of Building in the Background with Shellspawn. This is just my chill building series that I'm starting because I know that some people like how I build, so I just thought, well, I'll just show an uncut version because why not? Because I like to talk while I'm doing it, because I can go on forever and ever and ever without shutting up. So this is just what that is. It's not going to be edited, it's not going to be silly and funny. I mean, it probably will be, but it won't be in the same way that my other videos are on Shellspawn. So if you're into that, this is for you. But without further ado, also I don't start speaking, commentating the build until this timestamp on screen. So if you want to only hear the background and all nice whatever, then skip to that. But if you want to see the whole building process after the frame has been made in the other video, then enjoy. But I should also mention that I only really get into the real groove at this timestamp on screen. So if you want like uninterrupted soft background music with a relatively chill voice as well, then you'll probably want to skip to this one. Okay, I can't help myself. I'm just gonna record me in the background doing it. I want to just explain what I'm doing because then the whole video can be watchable. So what I'm doing here, I can't believe I'm fucking mansplaining this. One of my favorite tricks in building ever is the double thickness of any block, right? I think I learned this in like a chippy gaming video, like literally 5 years ago. If you want to make your build look more substantial, this works in Minecraft too. Well, not exactly the same, but it's in the same vein. Just make it too wide. Any block too wide, I swear, is instantly more appealing than using a single block. You know, single block, it's very sparse, it's lacking, you know, it's not robust. It definitely works, like literally game-wise, but if you want just a simply more fleshed out appearance of any build, too thick or wide or whatever is absolutely the bare fucking minimum. You can see I'm trying to put just a bit of variation in the building. I've never actually made the like pillar furniture before, at least I don't think I've made anything. I make a joke about it in the video, which is obviously the reason that I bring it back, especially the solo bookcase, which I note directly. But I'm trying to see how they'll work together. I do like the warm orange of the bookcase. I think it's very nice. I like the pink of the nebula bed. It's a bit sus. It kind of looks like Ditto, or I'm trying to think of what it looks like without saying what it looks like. Yeah, let's just not even bother. I'm not a massive fan of the nebula lighting. It definitely has a place. You can see I put the disco ball there. I really am not a massive fan of the sort of bluish light. It's very clinical, and again, that can totally work. But for this, you know, this pirate ship is in the crimson, so we want to match the sort of somber, moody tone, you know, like it's maybe not somber is not the right word. Somber's more sort of bluish. It's red. There's a level of passion, but it's also like very low energy. You're sort of melting. Think Loveless, My Bloody Valentine, you know, that is so sleep deprived. I'm just putting the banners down. Banners are a great little way that I like to just add just a touch more flavor, you know, it adds history, a bit of story, you know, when you put a banner down, it's a little something extra, you know, you're hanging a part of your journey on the wall or whatever. So here I'm cutting into the build. Yeah, you want to add different entry points, I guess. I'm not actually sure exactly why I did this, but it just changes the shape. If every hole, you know, if it's just it's not really a circle, but it's partially a circle. It's like a line in a circle. You want to break it up, and I'm trying to go for some degree of realism, I suppose, with the what do you call this? The ship, because it's a pirate ship, so I'm trying to make it look like that. Again, double thickness. See, it already doesn't quite look so great now as I've just started, but even just adding the extra thickness, suddenly it becomes more substantial, more real, and it allows for the actual block visual texture to shine through. Terraria is 2D, as you may have noticed, so it kind of makes single blocks look very skeleton-y. It's also to do with the scale of it, so when you just add an extra one, the way that the sprites, I guess you call them, have been designed visually, they accommodate for that. So instantly you can see right there, the blocks look way better. They already look way better. So I just realized something. I should have been recording this voiceover to ensure that the thing is perfectly in line by doing it in OBS instead of just purely voice recording. But I'm just putting, okay, whatever, we'll cut that out. So now we just want to smooth it out, right? Because the stepping visual doesn't work in this exact scenario because the idea is it is a relatively smooth interior for the hull. So literally no reason to leave it being angular. Little mistake there. Still, I'm so impatient with the hammer, so I just spam it. See, already that shape, it kind of looks terrible without any walls, but again, and using the Dynasty platforms to create that great look. And when I say great, I do mean TE. So this is a choice that I made, was to use the spikes, because this is a trick, I can't remember who I learned it from, the Minecraft YouTuber, something Cactus, or I guess you could say Ethos Lab as well. One of the best tips I could probably think of for building is forget about the actual block. Forget everything you think you know about the actual block. Everything about building is always wrapped up in line and color. So think about the pure aesthetic value of the item or block, and suddenly a whole world of possibilities opens up, like with these silly lizard temple spikes. I'm not sure that any average person would think, oh, I'm going to add these to my build. One, because they could probably kill you if you touch them. But again, because it's a trap, you're not thinking, oh, well, that's going to be perfect for my, the dead vines hanging off of my pirate ship. I mean, you might, but I didn't think of it until just this moment. So that's just probably one of the best building tips I can think of currently. And then because they look a bit lackluster on their own, see 42 damage, ridiculous. I even say whoops. Bleeding, holy, I didn't know they did that. Can I finish? Thank you. I add the background wall crimson grass wool. I bought them from the Dryad on the Blood Moon, in case you're wondering how you get those in large quantities without using a ridiculous whatever. It just, see, suddenly they each complement each other, right? Because to just have the walls or just have the spikes is not quite enough if you want to really pimp your build. So yeah, I can see that. I can also see that. Another thing I'll note is the way that you see the support poles. There's only 4. I think I add a few more. And yeah, filling it inside that. I'm going for that sort of like port, or what do you use? You would say port feel. The kind of gangway. Oh, no, not gangway. On like a wharf. Yeah, I guess we'll just say wharf. Suddenly it becomes more substantial. There's more backing to it. And yeah, here we go. I'm adding another one. It just works better. And putting it a bit, see, you'll notice that the crimson ones, unfortunately, the blocks don't really look very good when it's thing. But you see the dirt on the left-hand side of or on the outside of the right 2 poles on the left-hand section, the one that I'm not building currently. It actually blends with the dirt. Terraria's blending visuals, whoever did that, absolutely hats off to you, because it looks fucking phenomenal. But see, right now, I'm just putting it... Oh, I hate herplings more than anything in the world. See how it just beautifully blends? Because if you just have the ship floating there, it's fine. No one's going to arrest you. But I will know. So make sure that you make the blocks be supported. And again, Dynasty wood looks quite good like this, so it works. I've trapped myself. But when you make the wood go, see, it just goes into the dirt, suddenly it's believable. You can see the process. And now we already have a slightly more believable situation where this ship is actually supported by slightly more believable supports. And again, the supports aren't just for realism. They add to the texture of the build, they add to the story, they make it just more interesting to look at. I'm also making them not perfect, and I definitely make them look much worse later. And when I say worse, I just mean in a literal sense. I mean, if you think they look worse, then that's fine. But just again, when you're worried that things look too skeleton-y, just add some walls, add some little details, because suddenly then it has some meat on them bones. Like, you see, that already looks so much better than if the ship was just hanging on nothing. And I think I use the hammer soon to like cut up some stuff, but just build randomly, sporadically, and then you can just fix it later and tweak it. You don't need to place one dang block at a time. It probably looks better if you're not too precise. First of all, it saves so much time, but also it allows for the sort of more natural randomness of things. And here, just using the hammer, my favorite thing ever. See, suddenly it looks like that pole has had a chunk just like degraded over time or rotted or something. Ideally, you put it in places where it's slightly more believable that it's damaged, and yeah, suddenly it looks much more precarious, which just adds to the character. And I'm just doing it in more places because you gotta put it everywhere. So, because this is a very wide space, I want to break it up. Also because why would you have a room that big? Technically you could leave it open if you want more room for paintings. I don't know why I went idle there. But I also want to put sails on this thing. I think I do full sails to begin, but I definitely change that later. So I just want to start with the basics. Just chuck the sails down. Come on. Make the frame. See, that's the real use of the hoverboard, but the fishing mount. The infinite flight mounts are a builder's dream. It's just essential. That's why I play Master Mode, not only for the special exclusive pets and whatever, but because you get mounts that can stay still. Oh, actually no, I think the UFO in Expert Mode's enough, but I mean, ever since they added the other ones that look better and I think just are better, yeah, I mean, who's used the UFO since they added those? Oh, sharp cut. So I put the Martian workbench down. And I use some of my Lumite from Moonlord. I'm trying to make a distinct area for where the bed is. I haven't decided on the aesthetic of this room yet. So I'm just trying to experiment with a material I don't use very often. I never make Lumite brick walls. In fact, I'd wager that most Terrarians don't. And you can see that I resort to just filling the whole room with rich mahogany because I like having the lunar, like endgame, gold and pirate accent stuff and the Martian stuff too. But if the whole room is too crowded, it takes away from it. So I prefer to, and see now you can't even see the Lumite brick walls. You don't know that the most annoying material in the game to get. Well, not really, but see now I've decided to break it up again because I don't want it to be all the same. I hate wraiths so much. I want the window to be there, and I don't want it to be completely square. So I'm going to break it up a little. And we remove the pet. Oh no, I put it back. I like the light, but it's easier if I just don't have the pets in the way. I'm trying to change the shape of the window. You think about what would I want to actually sleep under? You'd want a window that looked nice and was, yeah, nice. Let's go with that. I'm testing the lighting because I want to add to the sort of moody, the saucy little, yeah. So we're going with the red. I'm pretty sure I changed that later. The only reason it actually makes the red ones is because I have the Torch God's Favor. I try to do a little thing here with the Lumite brick wall, or maybe I'm just looking at what it actually looks like, just to get a better idea of what the 2x2 looks like. But I scrapped that for seemingly obvious reasons. So now I'm thinking about paintings. I'm like, okay, what do we want to put up? And of course, this is the chainsaw only playthrough, so I think gotta have the machine for Terrarians, or a machine for Terrarians painting up. I put a safe down. That's not actually for aesthetics. I mean, technically you could say that it adds to the story of like the pirate captain with his safe, but it's definitely more functional than aesthetic. It's not enough to detract from the room's aesthetic because it makes it more real. Oh, speaking of real, the orange bloodroot is one of my favorite like decor items. I know it's for dye, but it's not going to stop me from placing it down. It just gives that perfect kind of mossy thing, but it's so crimson coated that it works perfectly for this build. So yeah, you can see I'm just going to town here because I really love putting the orange bloodroot. Actually, it's called orange bloodroot, isn't it? I mean, it's called bloodroot. Of course, it's crimson coated. But just chucking them around the place just adds that tiny little extra detail that is so easy to overlook, but it all adds up. And it's definitely a relatively slow process adding it together, and I'm not doing anything in a particular order. If anything occurs to me to build, that's just what I do. So there'll be a lot of chopping and changing and running around, but I see I'm testing to see if the fence looks good as the backing for the mast, and I'm realizing very quickly that it is simply insufficient. So we're going back to the rich mahogany wool because that totally works. It even looks good that it's not vertical somehow. I've used the crimstone brick to do the background to complement the red shingles here. So because so the reason I built the shingles, which I didn't actually say, I might say it later, but I might as well just mention it now. First of all, the whole reason I'm making it out of Dynasty wood is to complement the Dynasty shingles, because the red from the Dynasty shingles goes perfectly with the crimson. And I never use the red shingles. I always use the blue ones because they just go so well in the forest biome. But now that I want to make a build in the crimson so that I can have a waypoint here to get to the... I mean, I've already finished the game. Again, this was just a great excuse to finish this build. So, point is, red shingles work beautifully with the crimson and totally bring this thing, ironically, to life. The reason they're placed around the mast is because I'm trying to build a story of an abandoned ship. So either someone crashed here or some kind of crazy event, which meant that they're obviously not using the dang ship anymore. So they decide to build a house, because what? Yeah, of course, they want to live there. And creating, even see on the left side, there's the variation. So it's not, the middle one's very straight and obvious, but the other one a bit more fun and wacky. So, don't be afraid to make things asymmetrical, because, it doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be symmetrical or anything really. So, yeah. That's just something I like to do. So because this area of the ship is not corrupted, I want to create an actual room because I want the pirate captain or someone else to, spoiler alert, it's the pirate captain, or anyone to be here. So I could get a pylon. I don't end up doing that. Getting a pylon, that is. I do put someone in here. It's the pirate captain. But because it's so high up, it's not a corrupted biome, so I can actually house someone in here. And that's the final thing, that's like the final touch of any build, is the NPCs, right? Because when you add an NPC, suddenly it's actually a home. Someone is actually living there. So not every build has to have a person living in it. But if the Terraria 1.4 trailer, if I'm not mistaken, has taught me anything, like that, the marble build with the dryad in it, oh, I love that so much. I literally built that like block for block in one of my worlds because I was so obsessed with it. I mean, if you want to see real building skill, you should just watch the Terraria trailers. I mean, it's insane. Maybe not the first one. But see, now we've got a little cut. We've got a little crow's nesty thing here. I've changed my outfit. This one is the best. This is the Stardust dye, by the way. Just look at that glitter. Love it. Solar dye on my things. And there we go. The lantern lighting. Very boudoir, we just... I fucking ruined it with torches. Oh well. But, it's okay. I'm just doing that so that I can actually see what I'm doing, I'm pretty sure. Hopefully I change it later. If I don't, it's not a massive deal. I definitely swap it out for a lantern. So, I'm just decorating. I want to make it a little sort of very monk, you know, very, very restrained. That's the Dynasty bathtub, by the way, which I'm pretty sure is like a well with like an iron pot in the middle or something. I'm not actually sure. I make a window. It's giving church. I contemplate pillaging me pixels going on the wall. I think the pirate captain's in here. He's definitely drinking. He's not actually a monk. I try to make it flat, but suddenly the angle's too sharp, even though it's technically smoother. So I'm pretty sure I tweaked that to have it actually have only 2 of those blocks be hammered. Hammered. Like that. I'm not enjoying the fact that it's just like totally flat. So I actually leave it like that. I don't remember if I keep it completely like that, but Terraria is a block game. So, you know, there's always just gonna be... And there we go, Blackbeard. I think it looks better like that. I can't remember if that's how I leave it, but it definitely looks better. Thank fuck he's removing the torches. And the heart lantern doesn't fit the aesthetic anymore, so I'm gonna put it elsewhere. Luckily, I've made the room even with a single block in the middle, so now it's just putting all the Dynasty lights everywhere. I'm balancing the room by putting the Dynasty, was it the lamp? Large candle on the left, so that the Dynasty candle that's sitting on the table isn't next to another light, because it's kind of feels a bit unnatural. I would even improve it by putting the candle on the right side of the table, if I wanted to be really pedantic, which you probably guessed I am. Now for the railing. Any ship has got to have a railing, and rich mahogany fences are coming in clutch. They perfectly amplify the build. And they are about, I think, neck height, so they perfectly fit with the pirate ship aesthetic. Because the idea that you can't look over the railing of your ship just does not make any sense whatsoever. And again, they seamlessly blend into the mast. Not everything has to be the same color. See how they're obviously a different color, but again, it just seamlessly blends, and it actually amplifies the build because it's not all this sort of shit brown color, you know? So, yeah, definitely works better. And I'm elongating the prow because it wasn't really substantial enough just before. So I'm like, no, it needs a bit more. So I'm just angling it up like that. I don't know if I leave it like that, but it looks alright-ish. Okay, it's taking shape. I think this is pretty good. Oh wait, where are my wings? Right there, you muppet. Okay. So yeah, as they say, it's taking shape. And who wouldn't add the Flying Dutchman trophy to the room? So this is kind of the perfect room here, right? I do change the lighting because I'm not having 2 crimson torches. The pure red light is just... I don't even know. I'm not even going to say it. It's not what I want. Okay, I'm going to commentate now. So we want the sails to look a bit... See, on this side, they'll be a bit more run down, right? Because they don't need to all be... We don't want them to all be full, because let's be honest, this doesn't really look particularly good. And they're a bit too close together anyway. So what we'll do is we'll have sort of rags, right? Because, you know, these sails haven't been in use for, you know, potentially hundreds of years, right? You know, this is like a refurbished... You know, someone's taken this place for their own, right? So they've found this place, and it's been in fucking ruins, so I'm probably going to destroy most of this sail anyway. It's all just rags, doll. It's all rags. So, yeah, we can finish this off. No one's going to be fitting in this gap anyway, so we can just... Where's my hammer? Where's Jackie? Did I drop my jackhammer? Where did I put the fucking jackhammer? Oh, it's right there. I sold them out, obviously. Thank you. So we want to make it look like even like a bit of lightning, or it could even be fire. Like something has destroyed this mast, so we don't actually need it to be in tip-top shape at all. I wish if you clicked the void bag again, like if you double clicked or something, it would go away, because it just, I hate how it just sits there like this menacing eye. I mean, it's cute, but it's also super annoying if you're building or doing literally anything. So it, again, like, it doesn't need to be full. It's like, if you're ever worried that something complete doesn't look good, try ruining it a little. It honestly could make a massive difference, right? I'll leave the music on, it's fine. I can always just turn it down in recording. So you just want to get that look of like, this place has not this has not been maintained at all, right? Like, clearly the people that originally were here, they are not here anymore. It doesn't all have to look the same either. It doesn't have to look like fingers or anything. Like, it can, you can fill in more of it as well. Like, you can kind of do whatever you feel works. Maybe the bit more's been maintained on this side, or maybe it sort of used to stick out a bit more, but then you just sort of break it a bit, so it just adds a bit more. I still don't love the way that it looks kind of as it is, but actually I think that improves it, having it sort of look like that. It's kind of nice. Not exactly sure, but we can always come back to it later. The best thing about building is it never ends, right? You get to keep coming back. You get to keep going, oh, I think this should go here, or I want to do that, or blah, blah, blah. But see, that already looks quite good, because we've already got the base, right? We've got a bit of a story forming here. Now we can just go to town on this one, right? Like, just, yeah, like harsh weather, some kind of storm, like really just give it a beating. Just really take chunks out of it, right? You know, the story's up to you. There's no really there's no wrong answer. They can't, you know, you want to make it look realistic, sure. You'd be like, oh, well, that doesn't look quite as real as whatever, but it's, again, who knows what a torn sails actually look like? I mean, of course, we all could look it up. That's the fun, right? Is you get to decide how real you want it to be. You don't want to make it too flimsy, though, otherwise it really is not believable. You don't want to have the slope be too sharp. Even that's too sharp. See up here, like the way that it reaches the top there, that is not, yeah, it's just too strong. See, there's too much structure there, which means it just wouldn't work. So you just need to take it out there. But just adding little details. My favorite thing to do with the hammer is literally just make it like that. So it's like, clearly just, it's just been struck by light. Like, I don't know why I keep saying lightning particularly, but it's just an example of some kind of natural phenomenon that could make this, you know, degrade. We're not going to put too many. We can put some little holes and stuff, but really we want to believe that whoever's come here has at least tried to maintain most of the, like, the hull and stuff, because, you know, that is believable that they've maintained the hull. You can get behind that. You can be like, yeah, they did. I bet they did that. Whereas stuff up here, you know, it's like you can get away with, you know, not making it completely solid, because the chances are that no one would do that. Wait, is that high enough? I don't think that's actually high enough. Yeah, you want to make the stairs like that. Classic stairs up to the... I don't know if there's a steering wheel in Terraria. Can't actually remember. We almost had a perfect streak. Yeah, we can just use walls for this. Kind of fits better. But see, it's taking shape, you know. Before it was just this, you know, sort of tragic skeleton, but now it doesn't take very long for it to suddenly become something more, which is quite nice. We need a double platform there. We will put walls there. Yeah, see, that's the only problem, is that walls don't really work at that level, so it's probably better to just double platform, even though I just said we don't want to do that, because it does look better if you do it like that. We can just fill this whole thing in with rich mahogany walls, because I do really like this room. This is really cute. Okay, so when I pressed home before, it said that the thing was not thing. Okay, I don't know why that didn't work, even though it said that I was already thing, but just want to spice it up a little. You know, you want to give it a bit of character. You don't want to leave all your rooms empty. You really want to make the most of the room that you have. I mean, we're just putting things pretty randomly, but we will definitely be much more deliberate when we do it. And I like the idea that there's like, okay, let's do something just ridiculous, right? So let's have the aliens have crash land. Oh, which part of the build would like suit that though? I always love doing alien stuff. Maybe they're just visiting, right? They don't need to have crash landed. They can't really fit in this area though, so it's probably best if we put, it's a bit precarious there. Maybe what we do, right, is we make, where my dynasty would go. Okay, good. We can give more support to this sail. Imagine it's really fragile, right? Oh, we should probably put it on the outside there though. Imagine it's quite fragile, so it's prone to like falling down, so we just want to make sure it's propped up nice and well. Of course, since Terraria is a 2D game, you have to sort of work with the walls to make things look 3D, because obviously you can't have this blocked up, otherwise you can never get into this area. So you sort of have the illusion that we're facing back with these things, which is quite nice. We want a heart lantern with the things, yeah, just to add a bit more light. You want points of interest, right? If the whole thing is dark or it's too well lit, it doesn't have a lot of, you know, it's not dynamic. It just doesn't, it's just not as interesting to look at. Okay, I think we should sort of make a semblance of a crafting area, even though, you know, we're never going to be here for crafting, but we kind of want to incentivize visiting this place, right? We should put some kegs around, maybe not all in the same area. I think it'd be kind of funny if there's like a keg in every room though. Like we put a keg, even the Martian workbench, like this person, you know, we want to have an image of travel, right? Because the point is that this is my final resting place. No, it's not my final resting place. It's just that the idea is that this place is sort of a culmination of my adventures, right? We've got all the different pillar stuff. With Disco Ball, we've got one of the, obviously the classic painting because of the challenge. We've got the golden chest from the pirates. That's just to add to the interior. It's not actually meant to do anything. I want to incorporate the Lumite bricks somehow. Oh, actually, that's kind of interesting. I like how they look like little shields. I think that's really cute. That's a really strange aesthetic. I'm kind of into that. I don't know how I'm going to incorporate that, but it could be really cool. Even if it's just like weird sort of alien gem rock thing. Like, I don't even mind that. That could be something. It doesn't all have to be obvious, right? Like, you know, you're allowed to play around. You can kind of go, oh, I don't know what that is. It's kind of interesting, though. It doesn't all have to be obvious. Don't be afraid to be cryptic. You want to kind of show different eras, you understand? Because it's like, we could just make the whole thing wood, and that's literally fine. But it won't be as intriguing as if we add all these different stories, right? Like this, I really want to build a UFO. I always build a UFO. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with the base here. And also that means that we can move the cyborg or the steampunk or someone that... Actually, let's find out how the pirate likes. Oh, Madge has a new album coming out. Just Pirate Captain. Pirate Captain Terraria. Oh, it's giving me the stupid thing now. I need the NPC. Oh, he's just called Pirate, my bad. Pirate. Loves the angler. We could do that. Yeah, we could just put the angler in the UFO. I think that'd be kind of funny. Oh, there's a meteor. No, fuck that. We don't want more meteors. I've already cleared 50 billion of those. I understand why they keep showing up, but of course they do. That's just part of the game. But we kind of want it to be fly. We'd like it to open at the bottom. Maybe we kind of like break that and then we have it coming down. I fucking hate raids with a passion. I might actually go to the fishing spot and yeah, actually, it's probably better if they just stay there. We can kill some more. Yes, okay. So now, I don't even know why I brought the paint thing when I could just turn paint mode on. Okay, I really fucking hate these raids. yeah, we can just be like, just anything to make it more logical, right? Like you're allowed to be strict with logic in the way, because the UFO could not possibly be balanced on this weight, right? So all you have to do is just build something that makes it make more sense. Because not every build has to be like, what's the word? We're gonna make that so that it doesn't do that. Hang on. Not every build has to be. So imagine you have a room, right? And it's like, sorry, imagine a big house. Imagine a house with lots of different people in it, right? They're bringing all the different stories. So to have everyone have the same type of lamp or, I don't know, literally any kind of furniture just doesn't make any sense, because they're all bringing their different perspectives from life, their different tastes and everything. So in a build, you can make literally what I'm doing right now make sense because of who's showing up, right? So whoever this is in the UFO clearly is not from here. But at the same time, the fact that there is support beams under the UFO shows that whoever has lived here before has welcomed them in. Because the normal ship could not possibly sustain the weight. Or the story could be that they showed up in this UFO and then stayed repairing this place. That's also another story that you could choose to do. So again, don't be afraid to be wacky as hell with your builds, because again, this isn't even particularly far-fetched. I mean, of course it is, but again, lean into that. Terraria is such a ridiculous game. None of it makes any sense anyway. I mean, of course, apparently there's lore. Not that I've actually read it, but maybe... that's definitely not correct. Oh, did I actually do it right? Oh no, it's because the sail is in the background throwing me off. Is that 5? That is 5. That is also 5. Again, don't be afraid to eyeball it either. I never... Oh, that... Yes, that is right. Okay, 3. Is that 3? Do I need to be 3? That doesn't look like it lines up at the bottom at all. Wait, where have I fucked up? Okay, 3. That's 5 and that's 4. I did it wrong. Whoops. Okay. So that's 5 and then 4 and then 5 and then 3 and then 4. Okay, my bad. God, this pickaxe is so fast. I beat the game to have fast mining speed, everyone. Everyone should know that. Everyone who watches me should know that. I mean, that's why I beat the game. Okay, good. It's not touching the thing. I just don't like... Because the way in Terraria works, as you probably know, is that the blocks sort of meld, which is a super cool feature, but if you don't want it to look like that, then it definitely sucks. 3, what was it up here? That's a 5, I think. I don't like how the ruler doesn't go up, but it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, okay, good. That's 5. That's 6. That's 5. How did I put that there? 4, and then 5, and then 1, 2, 3, and then it's done. Okay, good. So this is the frame of the UFO. I really do love the UFO, like the Martian blocks. They're so much fun. I'm gonna get a bunch more glass, I think. So we'll just chop the sail to finish just before the, Oh, yes. No. Fuck that. Fuck that. We could actually go for Mothron wings, but I just... Okay, good. I do have another day to skip. Oh, stupid motherfucker. This is so annoying. Oh yeah, good. It fucked up. Okay, I love this thing so much. I literally don't even know how anyone gets by without just being able to skip that crap. Now, let's see if I can actually go to my home. Okay, good. Oh, I think the pirate's moved in too. Look, he's in his little... Oh, I literally love this room. See, it's so sparse, right? But he's got his little memories of nature and his little ghost, and he's sort of a crow's nest individual, but yeah, it's kind of cute. But now we're going to have the UFO. First thing you want to do to the UFO is smoothen it out. I didn't mean to do that. Because the UFO Just, it cannot look like this. Okay, let's get rid of the ruler now. Yeah, we're gonna do a lot of sail breaking by accident, but that's okay. I don't know if the black pearl takes up more or less space than the fish room, but I'm not bothered to get it out. And that'd be so fitting to have it. So what I like to do with the top, let's go see if we have any glass at home. We definitely have sand somewhere, right? Okay, we do. Adding windows and glass just adds a whole other layer, whole other level of intrigue to the build, I think. Because, you know, most places have windows, right? So if there's no windows in your build, that's not great. We can make it grassy. We can use our classic... Actually, what we'll do is we'll use the rich, which we actually have in our thing, don't we? We just got one. Crimson grass wall. I did not want that to be in the toolbox. That's not important to have that. We don't need 2 rockfish, or 2 hive ones, or 2 wood ones. 12 hours, useless. So, what I like to do is make the top glass, because then it's sort of cuter. It has, you can have a little lookout. It just adds to it. So what we'll do, make very classic comic kind of. See here, right here, we've just got your classic UFO. Classic UFO. Whoops. Oh, that's too big. Okay, good. So it's just, you just make it sort of soft and rounder. Maybe we could even make it a bit lower, just a touch. Yeah, like it's. I don't know about that. Might just change the slope a little, because see, again, you can always tweak it. It doesn't have to. You don't have to get it right the first time every dot. So we'll probably chop through that. Yeah, I think that works. Do we want... Oh, whoops, my bad. Fences, fences, fences. Just so that it's less... No, that sharpness is good there, though. Is that believable? Can that work? We're definitely need some more walls. I like putting crafting benches kind of everywhere in my base because I'm always crafting new block. What can I do with... Oh, in my brick. Wait, do I have more ore? Oh, I can make 1 brick with the wall. I mean, yes, I can make 1 brick with the wall. It's funny because Martian conduit walls look so dang similar. Which begs the question. Is it worth making Lumite brick walls? And the answer is yes. Look how much nicer that looks. Probably going to do something with the Lumite brick walls. Maybe like... Yeah, maybe that, because that just makes the bottom look more interesting. But then the rest of the walls are obviously going to be that. But see, that's just... That makes it... Even... See what the darkness of that... I'm actually not a massive fan of the Crimson music right now, so I'm just going to turn that off for now. It makes it look like there's been exhaust, right? Because it's darker, you can be the flames, or you know when the tail, I don't know anything about rockets, the tail is like scorched, right? You know, the bottom of the rocket. I'm sure someone knows what I'm talking about. It's scorched, so you have... It's darker because it's scorched. I don't know why that took me so long to say. Okay, there we go. We're just gonna have some jazz. What do you even call that? Like a bookstore? Yeah, it's inoffensive enough to It's got enough happening without being, you know, all over the place. It's very chill. That's what we're going for in this. We're just going to turn it all into bricks, because, I mean, what are we going to use this for? I will eventually get solar armor. Oh, will I though? I could just duplicate it using... I'm not doing that. I like having the Terraria sounds on, but I don't want the music of the Crimson to be over it. Looking at this just gave me an idea. I should leave holes around. See, that's the thing, is that don't be afraid to let your build not be perfect. Don't be afraid to leave a few holes around. Don't be afraid to, you know, let there be let a bit of rot in, you know? It's like, look at this ship. How could it possibly be fully, you know? Oh, do we not have a building? Oh, we do have a builder buff for a bit. That's good. Don't be afraid to just rip a chunk out of it like we're about to right here. Just make a hole, I guess. Like, you know, you don't have to have every damn thing be completely full. Just let it be. Let it rip. I need to finish the bear. So, we're going to run out of things that we need. See, in this moment, this is where you put that's where you put the sharp angles. That's where you sort of take chunks out, you know, just leave room for... Oh, the only problem, of course, is that you can't make the... Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, just show that wear and tear. Don't be afraid. Let it look like it's all gone to shit. It's totally fine. See, it adds to it. It's sort of iffy. It feels a bit too sharp, potentially, but I don't actually mind it too much. You can always just fix it later. There we go. Doesn't need to be massive either. And put another bed. Actually, we could just walk 5 blocks. I'm not that lazy. I'm pretty insanely lazy, but that's a whole nother... That's another level of lazy. Yeah, so just fill it in. Doesn't need to be anything special. We won't have any windows in the hull, because again, I'm not exactly sure what the point of that would be. Ah, I just remember we need to go buy some paint, because I have an idea for how the UFO is going to look. Yeah, we'll fill this in. I would love to stream like... Oh, I fucked up the fuck up. You don't want to fill in... That's why I do all the mistake stuff at the end, because... Well, at least I should be doing that. But the mahogany is the perfect wall for this kind of build, because it is very samey, but there's enough variation within the texture that it doesn't... There's a background chimera? I never noticed that. There's enough variation... It looks so adorable. Also like a hideous knit. It has enough variation and texture within it that it can fill a large space without looking too samey. Because that's exactly where we want the hole. Because when you are building... Because Terraria is so... What's the word? The blocks are very small. So to fill a large space, you can run into the danger of having it be very predictable and samey. But with the way that we're going to divvy up the rooms, it's going to make it look less dull and vast. But again, having a ship look a bit vast, it's totally okay. There's nothing surprising about that. It's just what you do in the space that is the caveat. So we're going to probably change a few things around in here. We probably won't even have these be the final walls. There'll be... I want to put something a bit starker inside this. But see, already we have a structure now. We have a fully... I mean, obviously this has been deliberately left unfinished because we want it to look... In fact, it actually is too small. The hole needs to be bigger for that to make any sense at all. Yeah, oh, it's a bit sharp. I don't really like that. If we just sort of soften it a little, I think... Oh, actually, no, you can't do it. It just doesn't work. It needs to have a strong connection there. That actually makes a lot more sense. Okay. We've got the base now. The sail is actually too strong on this side, so we'll quickly fix that up. We'll also make sure this is full of dynasty. I mean, we can leave it. Yeah, again, this is like a... We can see, because there's gaps, it's sort of a rush job. But at the same time, it's clearly important to them that this stays. We can show a bit more wear and tear here to show that they've actually been here quite a while. It's good. This isn't a new addition. This is something that has been here for a little while. Tear a few more holes in this sail. Don't want it to be too robust. We will definitely fill this in though. Because, well, it's just it's the core of the sail or whatever you call the mast, yeah. Might even have to make this a bit thicker given how tall this is. I don't think it could necessarily work without something a bit thicker like this. Because this one doesn't need to have one, or even too thick probably is necessary for this. It can be broken though, it's okay. I feel you are bright. Can't catch a fucking break, can I? Just want to build, I want to be chill, and then it's just, oh, the blood moon's rising. Yeah, okay, whatever. So I think this sail is done. It looks quite good. And by that I mean it looks terrible. Look, good thing we put all our blood banners up. I would like another demon eye banner. That's the only banner we have. The groom. We're getting distracted. I'm building. I'm a builder. I don't have time for this nonsense. Our post 69, nice. Possessed, I almost said hatchet. Possessed banner, wraith banner. These are the banners we want. So I don't mind that these guys are here. See, and things can spawn here, so you want to have a hole to access them. Because imagine some on a bloody tier. Imagine a golden crit of spawn down there. You want to have every area that you build to accessible. You don't want to have things cut off, because otherwise you can't get all the cool random things that appear. But see, even this shape is already made more interesting. One, by these extra little vines down here, but also this hole. Because if this was filled in, then it would just be a classic kind of U shape, which again is totally fine. But it's just not as interesting to look at. And I might even take some more chunks out the bottom. Not to make it too insubstantial, but just to give it more intrigue once again. Just so that it's not too obvious. Maybe I'll just... Yeah, leave it... Yeah, even just doing a few, like, holes at the bottom like that, I think kind of works. As long, yeah, see, like, it's just a bit more broken. It's sort of hard to see in the blood moon, which I don't think we can actually sleep through this. But it gives such a nice, cute glow in the thing. Sleep. Yeah, we can't do that. Let's see if the moon... I don't actually care. So now we're going to keep working on the UFO, because that's exactly what we want to do. We'll put some platforms where the top part will be. I'm not leaving the platforms there, this is just to get the top part done. Because I think it's, if I'm not mistaken, the piano that looks like a sort of control panel. Is it the piano? Maybe it's the piano. I hear the clown. Oh, we're not. At least the clown isn't like a creeper and it can blow up. Wait, where is the clown? Is it up? I can hear it, but I don't understand. Oh, for goodness sake. Ah, we're under attack. But we can skip the night with our trusty moon dial. In fact, now that I think about it, oh my god, it takes you all the way to the next night. That's right, I completely forgot, which means we actually have the chance of getting the same damn thing twice. I sincerely hope that does not bloody happen. Can this... I don't even care. That's my hard mode dresser. But once again, it doesn't actually matter. I like that little ray that's going on in there. I'm glad it's not taking up more of the screen though, because otherwise I'd have to have an epilepsy warning. So, you are going to live in the UFO because I'm just, you know, being obvious when I do that. But again, that's fine. Actually, I did want to make another enchanted moon dial. Yes, I did. So, oh, whoops, I almost walked into that, which wouldn't have mattered because I could have switched to this guy. Actually, let's do a quick test. If I jump in... and put it on, it doesn't matter. And I can't use anything. Why does this... That's a bit awkward. Oh, I love the moss. We could actually grab some more while we're here. Theoretically, I mean, it's pretty low chance of actually getting it, but... Wow, we've broken a lot and gotten fuck all. Okay, there's one. I think Argon Moss could look insanely cool on the ship, which is actually why I'm going to do that. I don't know if it can actually spread on the wood, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess. We can always just change it later. So, I put it in here. Around the bottom is fine. Except it obviously doesn't work. Okay, we could put a rock or something. You know, we could make it more controlled where there's a rock or something. Just remember the red paint is what I wanted to use, so I wanted to buy some more of that. Let's just finish the UFO ASAP because I would like to do some other things. Do we want to chop it up even more? Just to give it... Yeah, I think that works. Oh, we need to get rid of the sail. I forgot about that. Yeah, so at this point we want to make the Martian conduit wall full. And we'll make some more glass walls just so we can fill in the bit that the... God, listen to that. Might even make the... Wait, maybe a tiny bit quieter than that. Oh yeah, that's nice. I've always loved building in this game. I don't know about that. I don't think we need that sound to be louder. I've always liked building in this game. I don't know where we don't need any of that. Didn't we just turn the Lumite into not... Oh, we turned it into the ore, my bad. We need to turn it into bricks, which means we need to go get some stone. Okay, let's get some rocks. And some more red paint while we're here before we forget. We do need this. We can put that there. We can put that down. Rocks, yes. So I get distracted very easily, which this uncut footage will more than likely reveal. These are all our keys. This is our Zenith chest. Speaking of which, I should probably put the Meowmere that we got in there. Yes, put it in the chest, why don't I? Red paint. See, if I just take a pause... Oh, their names both start with R. Yep, got... Oh, Raphael, please. Oh, there's like a pixel that I can do it. There he is. Red. I think red is going to be the go for this thing. I'm not actually 100% sure. Pink or orange could work. Shadow. We can always come back. It doesn't really matter. UFO's coming along nicely. The ship is also coming along nicely. Wait, do I need like an ancient manipulator to do that? Oh no, I can make it at a kiln? Or is it a saw thing? Because I don't have a furnace here, so... Oh no, it's a crafting bench. Whoopsie. Let's just go, let's go ham. Let's go wild. So the exhaust is currently not on, which means that people can safely exit the thing. But we should probably make that sail shorter as well. I'm turning the sounds back down to 2. I don't mind that they're a bit there, but I would like them to not be as loud as they currently are. I don't mind having the Terraria sounds. I think they're quite nice. Ooh, that's good. Do we have a band of crystal for no apparent reason? No, we don't. It's too sharp. Maybe we do put them down to 1, because it's a bit jarring. I want to have them on because it breaks up my voice, which is good. We can just have it be known that it's happening. I don't know, you guys can tell me. Martian, Martian, Martian. It's good to... Oh, the piano. Wasn't that what I wanted to make? Yeah, the piano. I think it's the Martian piano that is really good as like a... Oh no, I think I see it. Aha, it is the Martian piano. It just looks like a control panel, like hello. I didn't mean to drop that. I meant to switch it, but I guess I actually do have enough. The harpoon, the shadow flame. Oh, that felt so good. Killing that thing. So, putting the piano in the middle is important. Is that in the middle? I think it is. Yes, it is. Maybe we even make this whole... No, but it doesn't work, see, because the line stops there. So we'll have to just suck it up. We could bring it down to there because the wall saves it. I don't hate that with every fiber of my being. We're getting close, so... If it just... God, this silly void bag. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense for the control panel to not have, like, the glass be... You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't make sense for the control panel to be here. I could actually just bring the control panel up. What am I saying? If I really wanted to save this, I could just do that. See, all it takes is a bit of trial and error. You know, the first idea might not be perfect, and that's okay. That comes down to here. Oops. Actually, having it too wide isn't bad. Just breaks it up a little. We should see if our cyborg can move in. Light source and a chair. Understandable. Hover chair. We'll have it be like these are the... What do you even call them? Control panels? What's kind of the... I don't know why I made that many. I don't like how bright that light is, but I guess mood lighting is not classic alien style. Oh, thanks, Iris. He looks so funny with it. It's funny because they all have to wear hats, so even though he's oh, he's Eepy. Even though he's a ghost, he's just still wearing the hat. The shimmered wizard looks so funny with the hat on. The void bag never disappears, so... I might even make... Just so I can fly through it. While still not completely destroying the aesthetic, because I think it's a bit too weak if we... Llewellyn, we could see if there's any interesting blocks that he's got. And he's at the ocean, which means we can just do a bit of this, and that's the wrong way. Llewellyn. See, his text is bullshit. He never... All the truth is up there. We could leap... I see. Why? This is why you go back to the traveling merchant end game, because you could have the thing that you can only unlock when you do the ridiculous stuff. That's not what I wanted to do. That is what I wanted to do. I hope that they're actually close enough together to get pylon business going, but we'll see. Cyborg. I don't know if the pirate will actually be happy with that. See, they're not really close enough. But again, I don't need a pylon necessarily. And you know what I could also do is split these up so that this is 2 separate rooms. Oh, there we go. Okay. Don't know if that's a bug or what, but so let's see if this is a separate room. Yeah, it is. Okay, good. We'll put the steampunker. We could even, which would be even cuter, make this part of the UFO all cocky. Like she's like decided that this half is like, well, half is hers, so she's redesigned it. Again, adding the story to that. She's like, well, she doesn't like all the newfangled futuristic crap, but she still loves the cyborg. So they live together. They're like besties, but she's just remodeled the entire right side. And her bathtub is, again, breaking up the story, letting different pieces sit in different areas just to make it more interesting. Where are my Martian blocks? I don't know where I put them. Hello? Did I drop them? Did I? Oh, they're literally right there. We're running a little low. We might have to fight them again. No, it's okay. See, this is where it gets tricky, right? Because this attaches there, which I don't like. But again, not exactly sure what can be done. That's too far. Or do we leave it sharp like that because it's that area? Once again. Oh yes, that's right, we can do the wood thing in a bit. That just really elevates any build. I honestly don't know how you could possibly make a build less cool by making a tree kind of thing go around it. Obviously, it depends on what you're actually doing. It doesn't always work to have that, but... I don't want any of it to be sharp. I feel like it looks worse to have it be fully... Maybe it just needs to come out a bit further. Definitely needs to be smoothed. Ooh, that's a bit... No, I can't do that. Okay, did we save it? Whatever we do, it has to go out further than it did before. That's just... It's non-fucking negotiable. Okay, I think we might have saved it, so that means it has to go... Just trying to work out what I actually did. Oh, but it can't go there because... See, this part can just be like smashed off or something because... One, I can't be bothered to fix it on this side. And it looks like a condom, I just can't fucking do that. I'm really struggling with this. It's just feeling way too sharp. I think it's actually okay like that, but we might have to make it do that so that it's... Oh, my worst nightmares are true. It can be a bit wonky. Maybe it looked better before. Probably just looked better before. There is such thing as over-engineering. You know, it can be too much. You can place too many blocks. You can ruin the image. Watch, I'm doing it right now. So... it looks fine. We can have it be a bit crumped. A bit crumpled. A bit dinged up. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have the steampunker have renovated this part. This will drive me crazy for the rest of it. That actually could work. Putting... Oh, I just remembered. My old cannon design. Yeah, this is perfect. This is like a little opening because this is still suitable housing, right? Ah, once I put the lights back. Yeah, I did that in the first playthrough I ever beat the game in Classic. I made like a gap in the bottom so that it could look like a cannon. So apart from this part being like repurposed so that I don't have to bother copying it on the side. Wait, is this not the same? Oh, it doesn't actually have to be the same. The top could be a bit thinner and that's going to be a bit sleeker. Yeah, I don't mind that. Now what we're going to do to save this entire thing so that the angles don't matter at all is we're going to put leaves on it and rich mahogany. But the thing we're going to do is turn paint on. And we're gonna do a bit of this. That might even be too strong. And we've already ruined everything. No, we haven't. It's okay. The trick to see how it's a bit sharp, right? That's when you just chuck a few of these on. And I've already... See, it doesn't have to... You sort of have to make different sacrifices, right? If you want the walls to be... Like, see, it kind of ruins that. But if you want the... If you want the leaves to look less shit, you see, you just have to make your mind up. Which thing are you going to sacrifice? I really do think those leaves are way too bright. They need to be much darker than that. Does that look like it looks like a rainbow? Even though there's not enough colors to be a rainbow. I think we're gonna have to make the red a lot darker than that. I think you can just make deep red, what was it called? Deep red paint. Let's see if that works. Okay, let's put some decorations down so we don't run out of room. Is that better? Is there even a damn difference? Oh my days. And that's red too, my bad. That was how it was, right? Paint is great, but it is so annoying sometimes. Maybe I have to mix it with black or something. Is that even gonna... Does that make sense? Is that completely ridiculous? Yeah, I think we're just gonna have to cop it. Or what we actually do is we paint it black. No, but we need the red as well. You can actually put multiple paints on it. I actually know that. You can put multiple paints on. Let's see if that works. Let's put the ship in a bottle down. I want to be more prominent than that. I want to put it in the captain's room. Do you want to move just a touch to the left? Thank you. See now, it's just a little something. Maybe we put the... Yeah, that works. Marble piano is interesting. You can just put a little starfish, dot them around the place. Just add a little bit of something, something. Little Easter eggs. And put them everywhere. But just a few. Oh, really? That took a while. Pillaging pixels. Is this a bathroom painting? I think it is. Well, speaking of bathroom, we should put more bathroom level stuff in here. No, we want something more interesting than that. Wait, item frame. There was something I wanted to put in an item frame. Maybe we can put it up in old Capitan's room. That's not what I wanted to do. I swear there was something I wanted to put in an item frame. I don't actually know if I brought it with me, or if that was just the eventual intention. I'm sure I'll remember it later. It looks like a superhero. Let's put the dials down. We'll put them... somewhere like super easy to access. Yeah, that's good enough. I don't really like how bright that is, but I think if we use black paint on top of the... it's not gonna work. I could just leave it be green, but we're in the crimson. There's the whole thing about that, so I probably will just cop it. And I'm using the wrong damn paint. I could keep the black. Could be useful. Okay, you can only use special paints together, like shadow and illuminant, or whatever I'm thinking about. Oh wait, that's the... actually, that could really help break it up, is if we use that. Yeah, that works. It's definitely quite striking, but that's okay. If we line the whole ship with it, it could probably work. Definitely gonna have to experiment a bit there. Cyborg. Oh, he hasn't moved in yet. When the steampunker comes, we'll make all her cog stuff go there. But this can be like the cannon, which again, it couldn't really fit, but a laser could fit in that hole, so... And again, it's not in use. Oh, we're close to the sky, you know what that means. I think that was exactly what I wanted. Hanging it on the glass doesn't quite make sense. I forgot that was a thing that could happen. What if we do it with the black one? Black and then red. You know, there could be some pretty interesting applications for paint on banners if you wanted to make a really specific look. Silly demon eye. That's not what I want. That's also not what I want. We will be putting some wood around. I feel like my tool placement's not that far, but then again, I'm not really doing it properly, am I? I mean, if you're going to do red leaves, you got to do them in the crimson. I think it actually looks really great. It's quite striking, which I love, but and the reason I'm not a massive fan is because I would like it to blend better. But I will take this sacrifice. Take this L. I'll just cope. We don't need to use paint on the walls that are red and clearly cannot get any dang redder. The problem is it makes... Oh, I need to fit through that. It makes the crimson grass wall look very lackluster, which sort of makes them not blend as well together. So maybe we'll only put them underneath, but... I'm not dying. That's just absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, that's the only problem, is it sort of takes away from the... I feel that it takes away from those. Oh, let's put the cannons down. Oh, it probably doesn't make sense to sit on top of that. You gotta put cannons on the ship. I mean, hello. That just does something, doesn't it? It won't make them all point up, though. We want to have a bit of variation. That one can point up for no reason. These ones can be perfect. Okay, good. We should put something next to them, like cannonballs or something. Maybe get a piece of coal. Can we even do that when it's not Chrissy? Rich mahogany. Okay, good. Like, we can actually fix that platform. Do we want some railing? Okay, good, we do. Oh, I just forgot about the railing up here for some reason. I didn't even realize I did that. I know the challenge is over, but we're not just going to stop because I've won. It'd be ridiculous. The name of the world is chainsaws only. That's just what's going to happen. Okay, let's see if we can just polish off the things that are unfinished, so then we can get to the real good, fun decorating. Like, oh, actually, we don't need to fill that in. That's part of that thing. We can have it filled in at the bottom, but not up there. We might want to make this another one wide, just so that it's not completely illogical. Ah, we will need to make sure that that doesn't completely suck there. So that I can still get through. Okay, I can live with that. Yeah, nice. Just a bit ridiculous to have it not be like that. We'll have it connected here and here. No, we so fucking will not. There you go. Yeah, okay. I like that. Oh, the steampunk is here. We can put a boiler for her. Bunch of cogs. Probably don't need that many. What is that? It's a wood platform. I'm gonna get the steampunk outfit because then we can do a thing. Where is the sawmill? It's Yeah, we get a mannequin. We have some at home, but I'm not bothered to go all the way back. See? She's just gone, I fucking hate Martian blocks. This is what I want. Cog wall. Here we go. Productivity. When I saw that for the first time, I fully thought they were serious. I was like, productivity? What does that mean? Like, who can you make be more productive? This isn't Hypixel Skyblock. This looks so terrible. I love it. We might intersplice. No, not with that. We might give her a bookcase or something. It doesn't need to be fully, but it's probably better if the... Nope, not the special expensive one. Probably better if it leaks in from this side rather than is like further in. Oh, and we'll replace these two. Could do a toilet. Okay, good. She's still living there. Don't need a feather or lenses. Oh, rope. What am I saying? That's exactly what this build needs. It needs some dang rope. Didn't even one shot. Oh, we should do that as well. I'm forgetting things. Oh, but it sort of cuts off there. I don't like that at all. Oops. Downsides of having the best pickaxe in the game. Yeah, see, you can believe that this sits in between these two things. Just, you know, it can look precarious, but it just needs to, it can't just be a complete fantasy that would ever hold that up. It needs to be just believable. What do we do next? Oh, rope. I'm still roping. It's ridiculous things. We've killed 7 though. We could eventually kill enough to have that not be a problem. Yeah, the rigging. The mooring line. We can go a bit crazy. We don't have to be sparse. This is, you know, how often do you get to use rope in building? It just doesn't happen. Unless you're building something like this. So it's good to really get it in there. Yeah. It's cool. We want it to make some semblance of sense. But, you know, there are ropes on ships, right? Doesn't have to be fully... that doesn't really work, does it? We need to fill that in. Oh, wait. Is it... That's the rich? That is the rich. I do not like that. Maybe we can make it work. Still needs a few things. It's just not really believable that this is this. Maybe we need to really just cull the whole kind of top area here, like really just shred it. So that it's this really pathetic remnant. Not even that, it's too strong. The only thing that makes this believable is if we add this and then some rope. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, okay. Looking much better. By better I mean worse, which I mean better. So now I need a few more ropes. We could even have like remnants of a sail. We haven't even made a pirate flag yet. Like we haven't made a flag of what would have been there, you know? I think it works better if we leave it. We've got to have an actual flag, right? Yeah, that's fine. It can just be like plonked in there. We'll have to fix it like that, though. Yeah, that looks better. Where's our wall painter? Definitely brought it. There it is. Thinking red sails? It's kind of terrible, isn't it? Maybe we go... Do you want some shadow paint? Do you want like a luminant paint? What's kind of the... Try some purple, try some pink. Could do violet. Ignore the siren. Yeah. Just have a little try. Because red is not it. It's just never happening. It's purple. It's very lavender, which again is totally fine. Oh, we've run out of... I don't think that was it either. Can pink save us? Oh, of course, slime's falling from the sky. Okay, it's not as disgusting as the red, which is good. But it still looks like it's been sunburnt or something. I don't like that at all. We could just leave it as is. It's okay. Paint doesn't really work on sails like it... I mean, it kind of can, but I haven't worked it out yet. Brief killing slime interlude. 40% crit chance is insane. And I don't have to look at the silly beetles anymore, which is nice. The stardust dye on my wedding dress is gorgeous. And the solar dye on my little frog things is kind of cute too. Yeah, I do like this a lot, actually. How did the slime get into the Blackbeard? Definitely doesn't look as bad as I thought it did, the leaf background thing. Now for the fun part, we get to make this look like a tree is underneath it. Want it to be believable though, right? It has to make some kind of... It doesn't blend because it's not mud. That is very interesting. But see, it definitely, you know, rich mahogany, I didn't realize it until I thought of it like an hour ago, but the rich mahogany works in the crimson so well because it's like a hideous intestinized thing. It's like the thing in Nazca, the Titan like egg sac or whatever. That's what I'm thinking of. We don't want it to ruin everything, but I think it could do something. And it's, again, it makes the hole make sense. It's like, why is there a hole there? Well, now you know. It breaks up the monotony of it a lot as well. Do need to be actually able to walk through it though, which is the only annoying thing, because you can't actually get cute little rich mahogany walls as far as I'm aware. I mean, maybe I can and I just don't know how to do it, but that's it, I don't know how to do it, so I'm just going to assume you can't. And if I find out you can, then I will do it. It's just coming out of the ship. It's great, isn't it? See, it just sort of by itself becomes a more interesting shape that looks sort of almost naturalistic. It's sort of too top heavy though, now we need to fill it in at the bottom. Like that. There you go. See, now you can believe this is in the crimson, even though that's exactly why I was killing those slimes. Can't even place the dang banner. 47. Oh, okay, I need 2 more greens, and then we can get the green one. Which means you need to be here with me. Thank you. Oh, mining. Nice. You know I love that. Can I not? There you go. The perps. Give me the perps. So I think we've done quite a good little beginning here. I mean, it's more than a beginning, goodness me. Like, let's not undersell this. This is definitely much more than a beginning. But the point is, this took about 2 hours of work. A bit more than 2 hours because I made the frame a few days ago, so there's that. But it's definitely a great little start. And I will probably make the tree come out into the water as well. I don't like how it doesn't match up with the thing, but there's not much you can do about that. It's dark enough that you can't quite see it, so it doesn't really matter. See, it's like a little hand. Yeah, it's good. That's good. I have the hand of creation and I can't get these dirt blocks? That's ridiculous. Oh, I don't have any room, that's why. Like, it's too far away. It's like, yeah, you muppet, you're not even able to have anything fit. Oh, let's make this more of a bathroom, like a serious dynasty toilet even. Oh, do we want a dynasty? Maybe we get a steampunk toilet. So you don't count yourself as living next to him? Is that... really? What if I put him here? Do you... You're telling me... So you lied to me when you said... So you lied to me when you told me you were Jack Sparrow. That's fine. We can just leave our spawn here. It's... Father of someone. Where do we want to put this painting? Maybe it just goes there. Oh, that's right, the Martian painting. Oops. Thank goodness. So now what we want to do is just do the last little bit of work here to make sure this is restored to glory. Yeah, that's looking good. I don't like how it looks. Whoops. Again, I keep clicking the wrong thing. Necessary sacrifice. Might just make that a bit softer. Can make it come up a little bit. Not there. Actually, yeah, we can, but then it doesn't work with that. It needs to fill this out without being too obvious about it, you know? No, it's fine. We can always change it later. Or we could even put the Not So Lost in Paradise one here. And then have the... Nah. Oh, what the... Oh, it's painted red. I actually love that. That is such an interesting look when you paint the paintings. That is crazy. We will just do that though, I think. That's definitely what we're going to do. I love that idea though. Oh my good. We could even make this UFO red. But I like it standing out. I don't want it to be like... I don't want everything to be red. That's just... amateur move, making every single color in your building the same. It's very interesting doing the paintings like that though. Because then your paintings become... you can use the same painting multiple times because you make it a different color, like it's a different print. It's a different style. You change the accent of the lights, you could do that. So that it's... maybe it's a bit of an emergency or something. So... yeah, we can leave it like that. I don't really mind. I do want to put platforms on the windows so that it's not... I just don't like... I feel like it's a bit jarring to... see how it's now, it's like a bit of a windowsill moment. There's just something there. I don't know how I feel about it just being... the edge is too sharp for me. Now we can pamper. We can put some extra cannons down the bottom. We could even put cannon holes like here, and then it's like maybe it's like distinct, and we should probably space them out relatively even. It just breaks up the... I do have some glass. Oh, but then again, we can't have glass. We have to have the hole open. Maybe the holes have gotten bigger as well. God, I hate the void bag just sitting there. See now, like the holes for the cannons that were made intentionally have gotten bigger just by accident because they just have. Yes, this place is, you know, it's lacking a certain necessary level of upkeep. This part can be like just unused, you know, it's really seen better days. See, just adds a bit more. When you take away, you can add. Put some starfish. When in doubt, starfish. You can even put some books. No, you can't. And of course mobs can get in and whatever, but it's like... eh. You can put the remnants of something here too, like it can... nah, it doesn't quite work. Not like that. That works better that it's like that. Because now it's... yeah, see, like now the wood's like... oh, I want to be able to get through that though. Didn't even mean to kill that, but I just did. I mean, I wanted to kill it, but I didn't mean to do it with it. Yeah, it makes it much more interesting, because now we don't have to fill this with arbitrary crap, you know, we can be more cozy over here, this can be the real kind of interesting part. Can be a crystal window there for literally no damn reason. have these little gems everywhere. Sort of spiky and out the wall, so you need to be careful not to touch them. Have a little wine with your bath. Put the bewitching table in a different place because it doesn't line up. See, somehow the paintings have survived, which is kind of silly. But again, maybe something like this is sectioned off. Like you can change it to suit your needs. Doesn't all have to be completely the same. You can break it up. And when you don't care about it being hospitable, a whole realm of possibilities opens up. Of course, there's always that, but again, we're not going to be down in that area very much. We can leave it be dark, and then at daytime you can see all the details. It's cute. Again, the more you get to play with, the better. Actually, that doesn't need to be there at all. Oh, I should really be making some barrels. That would really add to this. I wish you could put rope coils just flat as they are. Like, I wish you could put them... Wait, how do you make a barrel? Oh, we're going to need some iron, aren't we? See, it's already looking a lot better. Bring a sharpening station. Did I put the lead bars back in here, or did I use them all up? Oh no, good, I put them all in there. See, put a bunch of barrels around. You need a bunch of barrels on your ship. Oh, we'll definitely put a Martian bed. And a Martian bookcase. Have we run out of books? No, no, no. I mean, you gotta put a skull lantern. What a throwback. Put a star in a bottle. This is the part we get to go crazy on decor. We built the frame, we built all the cool parts. Now we just get to do whatever we want. A picnic table, that's kind of cute. Dynasty clock. What else can we do? We can put some banners, but they don't really need to be there. Again, these... Oh my god, I just realized what we have to put in. To put in planked walls because they're so hideous and decrepit. That's perfect. Some wooden beams. We can make that the thing, but... I mean, I'm not actually sure if it'll add to it, but I hope it does. Is it distracting because it's not really the right color? Yeah, it doesn't add to it. It's okay. It's just not the right aesthetic because we've already used these different blocks that just to have the wooden beams there, it just doesn't work. It would take a lot more work to make those fit. You know, I know I say like you should add a bunch of stuff, but really less is more. You know, there's already so much happening here, even though it's so bare bones. So you don't need to exacerbate. You know, it is... You can let the detail, the details speak for themselves. While also putting plenty of delightful stuff in here. Where's the steam bunker? Oh, she's just crossed the room. My bad. We do have a zombie banner already. I don't think it needs the moss. I don't think it needs to have the moss at all. Put a heart lantern in here just to give it a bit more light. Or maybe that goes in the bathroom. Always do that mood lighting. So what if we have to fight a few things in the bathroom? That's fine. And then a piano in case you want to be serenaded while you're resting in the bath. Well, we'll probably need a toilet as well in case the inevitable happens. Make a sink. I want to make a sink. Marble sink. Should be able to make one if there's water nearby. Or do you need a water bottle to do that? I'll look it up. Why do they all have rings on their mind? Where's my marble? Where's my marble? Found my marbles. Oh, you actually need a water bucket. So if I have... But I've got an infinite one on. Why would I possibly need... Don't even... I don't think we should probably just use a different sink because... It's a bit too glamorous, but... Well, I've never said those words before. Get some fancy dishes. Oh, we gotta put the silent fish on them. That's useless to me. So it's spawn, home, ocean, underworld. S-H-O-U. Show. That's an easy way to remember it. The altar to the fish. The furnace can be, you know, there can be some serious stuff churning away underneath. Which just means this needs to be moved over a tiny bit. You could line this with some... Does that work though? I don't know if that actually helps it. Because then it just makes it sort of flat at the edge. I don't know if it actually works. Actually, I think it does. As long as it's not flat, as long as you don't make it. Yeah, that actually does work. Not too much though, just a little. Just a little. Oopsie daisy. God, we can use some more of the spikes that have been sitting in inventory the whole dang time. See, now that spikes look like they're part of this tree thing, which makes it make much more sense. Of course, we're going to hit them on the way out, which we probably don't want to do. We do actually want to be able to chill out here without dying. Maybe a few less spikes and we can do it. Yeah, perfect. We can even replace a few of the walls. You don't need to have them all be the same. It can have taken over a little. Like that. Oh, I didn't mean to hammer that, but it kind of works. Yeah. Perfect. See, now it's coming together. Now it's actually a thing. Right? The crimson stuff is in the chest I made over here, right? This is the chest that was going to have all the blocks and stuff in it. Oh, does the planked wall work, though? I doubt it will if the other thing didn't, but... Yeah, so does not work. Oh my lord. The sudden introduction of cobblestone? What are you talking about? We could put it here, though, as like cannonball reserve. That doesn't look believable at all. Maybe I should have done them two apart. That's okay. Doesn't need to be perfect. So now you can enjoy the crimson while still having NPCs here. The idea was to have pylons, but since my spawn's going to be down there, I guess it doesn't really matter. The sink. Do we have any more doors? I swear I brought more dungeon doors. That's my least favorite part about this house, is that those things can get in. I think we're going to put more doors somewhere. I swear I brought more dungeon. There they are. Just a couple of doors, just in case I can break up the way that they come in. See, now there's enough happening without it being completely ridiculous. Are we forcing that? Is that not meant to be? That doesn't actually... No, I wondered. Yes, it's obviously in the corruption, so we don't want anyone to live here. This is for me. This is my little place. This is the sussest looking bed. I really like this a lot. Didn't take that long either. Is the red too strong? Or maybe the skull goes in this room. Does that mean that I did not mean to do that? Does that mean that this gets moved over one? No, it's gotta be there. The skull. The skull. It could just eat into the window. I don't know. I don't mind that at all, actually. I thought that would frustrate me, but... that does. Yeah, no, that's okay. feel like I'm really pushing this skull where it doesn't belong. Mood lighting. RGB, LED strip, whatever it's called. It could be time for a living wood platform. Just saying. In fact, I think that's exactly what we're going to do. At the very least, we will be putting living wood candles. Do we? I was going to say, I made so many. How could we not have any left? Skywire candle's pretty cute. Pink torch? Why naturally? Do have peace candles on me, don't I? Oh, it's adorable. Oh, above the piano, no less. I think that's perfect. We can put the skull and... I thought that was like a graveyard or something. I'm so confused for a moment. Dynasty candle. Yeah, that's where it goes. You can't do anything. Neither can I. This chainsaw sucks. Put some kind of light source up here. Maybe put the... Peace candle really works down there, though, I think. Gotta have a lantern in the ship bounds, whatever. We'll put another one over this way. Yeah, that's good. Creepy but cutesy. I think we're done. I think we're actually done. Sure, we could add things, and I'm sure I will eventually, but this is just a good start. A solid start. Oh, we'll put the star down there. Do you want the star in the room? Is that cute? I think we've got enough light. We could put it in here though. Nah, we want the seance. Maybe in there, just so that it has a bit more light down there. Yeah, I think that works. We could put the dishes on some kind of little... We could make a bar. Oh, it's fun. It's a lot of fun. Fancy. There we go. Oh, we haven't even put any dang barrels down. Put a bunch of barrels around. Barrels of gunpowder, barrels of rum. Barrels, barrels, barrels. I keep running into the dang spikes. And destroying my beautiful ship. Couple torches on the prow. A red one in the thing. We could make a masthead. I don't know what we would put there though. That's been thinged already. Doesn't really add to it, does it? Maybe we can put it another meteorite. I don't know. Actually, that might be the exact light source we want to put in here. Because I don't... Yeah, I like... Yeah, see, now it's more intimate, you know? It's not as... Yeah, see, like, it's... They're chilling. They're not... They don't need it to be bright. The control area can be brighter. That's fine. That's what it was missing. We need the warm light for the steampunking and the cool... Yeah, more sci-fi. Love it. It's the bedroom. You don't need it to be bright. Bright when you're working, but they're obviously not leaving. They're staying. Okay. Or maybe we'll put some platforms. Just a couple. What do these look like? Sort of carousel looking. Silly guy. And silly me for always going up there thinking I can fit.